let's solve the productivity issue in the context of business once and for all. There are probably hundreds of videos on productivity on YouTube. So first thing first, why would you listen to me? I have started my career as a business owner in 1996. I have worked with countless 7- and 8-figure business owners during my 10-year career in mergers and acquisitions. I have grown 5 7-figure businesses and 1 8-figure business. I have shown more than 75 business owners how to do the same. So I think that I'm pretty much qualified to tell you what works and what doesn't in terms of productivity, at least business-wise. There are 3 things that I want to tell you to increase your productivity. First, you need to get rid of the totally useless activities, especially if you haven't reached the 6-figure level yet. I can tell you that for most people at the below 6-figure level stage, this is the most important thing. I tell you this with 100% certainty. Identify which activities are worthless but still infect your daily schedule. What I'm talking about is watching random YouTube videos, reviewing sport results, checking the news, checking your emails, consuming social media, watching movies, Netflix, all these activities that you know won't bring you a penny, but still you spend time on them. I'm telling you, if you are not making 6-figure yet, that's what you have to focus on. Get rid of that. At this stage, it's more about what not to do than what to do. It's more about how to avoid wasting your precious time on the wrong activities. And here is how I have done it. More than 15 years ago, and this is what I strongly suggest my students to do as well. This is to create a not to-do list on which you put down every possible activity. This is like a to-do list, except that you commit to never do, at least during your working hours, any activity that's in there. Not even a second, okay? Because this is hurting your productivity so much. You have no idea. Watching useless videos, checking social media, checking the news, checking any type of website not related to what you are working on. Write everything down. If you struggle with TikTok, put TikTok on your list. Okay? If you struggle with ESPN, E-entertainment, whatever, name it. Okay? Put the name of the poisonous channel or social media or website on your list. The more details you write down on your list, the more accurate you are and the easier it is for you to commit. So name the enemy. Now, if you ever find yourself wandering onto useless apps or doing any unplanned activities, here's what I tell my students to do. I suggest that they sanction themselves by hitting where it hurts, their finances. So, give away $10 per minute that you waste, or $5, or $2, or $1, but no less, because it has to hurt. Only then will you come to understand how valuable your time is. And you can't exchange 1 minute of your time for less than $1, or you can't be a 6-figure business owner. That's simple math, okay? And then, what's even more important is to whom you give the money. It shouldn't be to a child. It shouldn't be to a bum in the street. It shouldn't be to a charity of your choice. You wouldn't mind giving some money in this case. You need something that you want to avoid at all costs. So instead, you should give your money to an organization that you despise. That's how you sanction yourself. You can't feel any worse than when you help people that you can't stand. When you help people whose values are the total opposite of yours. Can you imagine giving money to them, helping their disgusting cause? No, me neither. That's why when I started to implement this not to-do list 15 years ago, and I committed, I personally, I've never given a penny to this organization that I hate, led by people that I hate. Never. That's how I have learned to work on activities that matter, by definitely getting rid of things that are worthless, at least during my working hours. So, identify your poisonous, worthless activities, write them down in your not-to-do list, populate it over time, name an organization that you absolutely abhor, and if you ever find yourself wasting your time with one of these useless activities that you have listed, send some money to this horrid organization, at least $1 per minute that you spend. That's how you will recover your productivity at lightning speed. Because not only are you wasting minutes and seconds of your precious lifetime, but this wasted time prevents you from going in the zone. What do I mean by that? You get in the zone when you focus your time on uninterrupted blocks. And this is the second ingredient of your productivity recipe. Remember, I want to tell you 3 things. The second thing is that you reach deep concentration when you allow yourself to think about a topic for a whole hour, maybe 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours without any kind of interruption. That's when you discover ideas and thoughts that you are not even aware that you had. And that's when you allow your brain to work at full power. Put your brain under the best possible conditions of performance. So don't interrupt it. Your brain needs some time to go full power. So give it some time. Having an interruption every 2 minutes while you are working on something important is like stopping a runner, a sprinter, while he's just accelerating. So he can never achieve full speed. Stop interrupting. Work in uninterrupted blocks of time, and you will see the difference in your productivity the same day. Try it. Hold me to my word. Have you heard of the POMODORO method, which states that you must take a 5-minute break every 20 minutes? This is for kids. This is not even for kids. This is for retards. Even my 4-year-old doesn't take a break every 20 minutes during her homework. Please. 20 minutes is precisely the time that you need to start to go deeper into the topic of your choice with more intensity. Whether you work on your marketing, on your sales, your processes, your strategy, your systems, your finances, whatever. So why in the world would you interrupt your well-functioning brain from exploring unknown ideas and from going in a supreme state of concentration? That's when you start compacting time. That's when you start thinking 10 times more intensely than usually. That's when you start to accomplish your tasks 10 times, 20 times faster than usually. Literally. In this state of concentration, with this kind of intensive work, 1 minute or 2 minutes is equal to 10 or 20 or 30 minutes in normal conditions. So it's like you are on a treasure hunt. You know where the wreck is. You go in the middle of the ocean. You have all the equipment that you need, the diving suit, the crew, the oxygen, and you want to bring back the treasure chest and the gold that's in there. So you go in the water with your suit, but as soon as you get below the surface of the water, you come back. Why? It doesn't make sense. Just go there, dive deep, and don't apply the what is it called? The Pomodoro method. It won't bring you anywhere. It will just make you go around in circles. And by the way, ask any 7-figure or 8-figure or more business owner what they think about this Pomodoro method. It's laughable. I don't know any high achiever that works like that, and I know a lot of them. So think about this. And I have one final nail into the coffin of the Pomodoro method. A study has shown that after a short distraction, it takes on average 23 minutes to get back on track and focus to the same degrees of intensity as before the interruption. 23 minutes. Can you just imagine how many days, weeks, or months of productivity go up in smoke due to that problem over the course of your working life? Apply the long blocks of time method. Okay? And the beauty is that the rewards come immediately. As soon as you try it, you enjoy a degree of intensity in your work, in your thoughts, that you have never experienced before, that you couldn't have imagined the day before. And talking about the day before, as I've told you, there's a third ingredient for your maximum productivity receipt. Plan your day the day before. So, at the end of your day, at the end of each day, plan your next day. Especially plan the first thing in the morning, the first activity in the morning. And this way, you know exactly what to work on instead of wandering around trying to remember where you were at, or instead of being tempted to watch some crap on social media. Every morning, you just read your notes from the day before and you take action. It's action time, not wandering time, from the first minute in the office. Guess what? Nobody does this. From my experience, what I have seen, most people start very slow every day. They check their emails, they watch random stuff, they read the news as if something mattered to them, while you are already in the fast lane at the same time, at this time. That's an easy way to make a difference. Okay? Plan your day the day before, especially the first activity. So before I tell you one last thing, a kind of a fourth advice for free. If you want your productivity at work to skyrocket, from now on, just implement these 3 things today, and you will be well ahead of the crowd. Okay? Now, as a bonus, if you are not making 6-figure a year in revenue yet, I would just add one last ingredient to raise your productivity. The main rule is you have to work on the right things. Okay? That's the topic of my book. So what to work on? To reach the 6-figure level within 12 months or less, if you are not there yet, you have to invest most of your time in marketing and sales, personally. Most meaning at least 51% of your time. And if you manage to do more, you will reach your six-figure goal even faster.